everybody, Jason here from Ghostbusters News, and today's video, it is a long time coming, because for years now, I've been told about one specific Ghostbusters action figure that is regarded as one of the single greatest Ghostbusters action figures ever made. And that is the SH Figure Arts Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. This was released about 5 years ago in Japan, and for whatever reason, I just never bit on it. And I'm thinking probably the reason was because of the cost, because this Stay Puft, he's always been a bit pricey. In fact, recently I took to eBay, and I wound up finding one for what I wanted to pay. However, the story, it doesn't end there, as after I paid the seller, they sent me a tracking number. I was all ready, I was giddy, I was excited, and then like 2 days later, the seller, they canceled my order, they refunded my money. I was left without a Stay Puft. Now, after being denied that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, let me tell you, it stopped being a want and it became a need. A very serious marshmallow need. I was getting itchy. So guess what? I took to eBay yet again. I found a seller in Japan and the price wasn't too bad. I made the purchase, they shipped it FedEx, and 5 days later, that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, it is here now in the Ghostbusters News collection room. In fact, here it is, long overdue. I can't believe it took me this long to buy this. And it almost pains me to open this up because this box is gorgeous. It's got a nice window where you can see the figure clearly, and man, does this ever look good. But we'll get into the figure here in a second, so be patient. We've also got image work here, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in this really cool kind of like comic dotted design. And then once again, this was released under the SH Figure Arts name brand, which looks to be a division of Bandai. Turning the box around to the back here, we've got some images of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that have actually become pretty iconic. Yeah, images of a toy that have become iconic. For example, this Empire magazine cover from last year, this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man toy was the basis for this illustration. Now, taking it back once again to the back of the box, you're going to notice right down here, it comes with what is said to be option parts, which really means interchangeable faces. So you can have happy Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, an angry Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, a kind of surprise Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and another Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that is getting shot with a proton stream. Whew. Okay, so once again, 5, 6 years, I don't know how long it's been in the making. Let's finally get Stay Puft out of the box here. And here is everything you get. Once again, obviously the figure itself, the 3 interchangeable option head parts, and something that is new to me, you'll see on the bottom right-hand side here, it does come with interchangeable hands. Being that we are talking about hands, and the fact that I finally have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in my hands, I can't believe it. Holy, the likeness here is perfect. When it comes to this scale, heck, when it comes to a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man figure in general, I don't think there's ever been a better release than this one. And not only is the likeness on point, another big selling point when it comes to the Stay Puft is his articulation. Because when it comes to movement, pretty much all past Stay Pufts, they've been pretty limited. But as you just saw, we got full rotation there of the head. The arms, they move around, they move up and down. Heck, anywhere you see a big marshmallow mound of fat, Stay Puft, he can be moved there. Elbow joints, wrist joints. Heck, even the legs can be moved back and forth. Now, given Stay Puft, the character, not necessarily the figure, I mean, his body, it is pretty unique. There would be some limitations when it comes to the articulation. But this figure, it allows you to get him into so many different poses. As I already mentioned earlier, this Stay Puft, he does come with interchangeable faces. And to swap out Stay Puft's face, it is very easy to do so. His head, it just pops right off of the torso. And then you've got the hat, which attaches to the head via a small little peg. Take that off, and then just separate the front and back of the head. Comes apart really easy, doesn't feel like you're gonna break anything. And then from there, we just pretty much do everything in reverse. You attach the face, you attach the hat, and then pop that head onto the torso, and then you've got the angry Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which out of the different faces, I'm already gonna say this is my favorite. If the world, it needs anything, it is more incarnations of Stay Puft just looking angry, a little spicy. In addition to those faces, once again, you can also change out the hands. And much like the head, the hands, they just pop right off and right on. And here is that angry Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. His fists, they are all balled up. Stay Puft is ready to be the destructor it was summoned to be. Now, despite that angry face being my favorite, let's go ahead and take a look at the other two. Up next, we've got this one, which is made to replicate when the Ghostbusters shoot him with the proton streams. And to my knowledge, I think this is the very first time this face has ever been made on a Stay Puft figure. I love it, it looks expressive, and if you want to talk about being expressive, let's pose him like this. I mean, rather than being shot by proton streams, here it kind of looks like he stubbed his toe. Aw, poor little Stay Puft. Oh yeah, another thing to mention, in addition to the head and the hands and stuff, his limbs can also be popped off. And I love the fact he was made like this because, especially for a high-priced figure, if he was to fall off of a high area and come crashing down on the floor, there's a much higher chance of his arms and legs just kind of popping off rather than being snapped off. And going back to the limbs, you may have noticed I've already swapped the hands back to like the open hands. I just kind of prefer them. Stay Puft's big, massive marshmallow digits. Now finally, we've got the last Stay Puft Marshmallow Man face, and as you can see, he is channeling his inner Macaulay Culkin. Actually, it's made to represent when Gozer's temple goes boom. And while this head has been done before, namely from Diamond Select Toys, this one from Bandai SH Figure Arts, it's better. I mean, it shouldn't come as any surprise. I mean, this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in general, it is better than any other Stay Puft Marshmallow Man figure ever released. And being that we are kind of talking about past Stay Puft Marshmallow Man figures, let's go ahead and compare this SH Figure Arts Stay Puft against the Kenner Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now, in all honesty, this is Hasbro's re-release of that toy, but this should give you a better idea when it comes to scale. I don't say this lightly, but growing up, this was my favorite toy. Now as an adult though, yeah. For me, this just isn't the greatest Stay Puft Marshmallow Man figure ever made. It is the greatest Ghostbusters figure ever made. And maybe I think that right now because it's in my hands, it's brand new, I'm looking at it with rose-colored glasses. But seriously, it looks perfect. The articulation is top-notch, and I cannot find a single fault with it. I'm kicking myself that it took me 5-6 years to finally buy one of these. This is a perfect Ghostbusters action figure. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta end off this video because I gotta find a place to put it back here. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We will link to that down below in the description, and I'll see you right back here next time.